welcome to the show, and we're going to get started. If you would subscribe, like, comment on the show. I keep forgetting to say that, so
Yeah, good
we got
comments,
yeah,
bad comments.
yes.
We don't mind. We
Yeah,
just love a
any
comment, don't we?
would be helpful.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure. Just throw
Yeah,
it at us.
and I also have a trivia question at the end of this one,
You know how
and
much I love trivia.
I
I hope
think
it's one I know, so I don't
well
look stupid here.
I believe I have brought it up to you once before,
Oh, okay.
but we'll
Oh no.
we'll see.
All right. Well, my memory isn't what it used to be,
Right.
and it wasn't really good before. So
You're getting older.
older by the day.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Mr. Zig, have you seen anything about these California fires and what's going on there?
Well, I've seen a lot.
Hey,
And
ain't that a tragedy?
it's amazing to see. It really is. The destruction is it's overwhelming, even for you and I living here in the Midwest to see that. It looks like a tornado went through neighborhoods, but it was a fire.
Right.
And I don't know who to blame, and I don't think this is the time to blame people. I think we need to find out why it happened, why it wasn't more preventable. You may not be able to. California has fires every year. Every year. You'd think California had burned everything by now because they have wildfires every year.
Right.
But why did this one get out of control?
Yeah.
And get to the neighborhoods.
And
I know the winds were incredibly strong. Now I don't know if the weather people,
right.
meteorologists said, "Hey, we're going to have 80 to 90 mile an hour winds."
I heard it got up to like 100 mile an hour.
Close to 100 mile an hour wind. So
yeah.
That's probably unprecedented.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm not sure what the winds usually get to, but I think they need to find out why this spread to the neighborhoods.
I have not heard anything yet about how it even got started. Have you heard anything about that?
No, I haven't heard anything. I don't know if that's kind of a moot point, really.
Right.
I mean, I saw the neighbor yesterday in one of the towns out there was chasing down a guy on a bicycle. And you know what he had in hand? What he had in his hand? A blowtorch. And he was going around lighting up old Christmas trees and garbage in these neighborhoods. He literally had a blowtorch in his hand, and the neighbors saw it and ran him down, got him down, zip tied him up, waiting for the police to come get him.
Well,
So how are you going to stop crazy people like that?
Well, yeah, because there was a person with lighter fluid going around and starting fires, and some civilians, good Samaritans, nabbed him. And
you have to.
Brought him down and waited for the cops to come.
Police can't be everywhere.
Right.
There's nuts everywhere. I mean, you've just got to step in and do something.
Yeah.
Of course, you're stepping in to do something to protect your neighborhood too. When you see that, if you saw somebody coming down the street lighting stuff on fire,
right,
with the fires that were going on, and I'm not sure where some people's minds are when they do stuff like this, but I did see that. But I know a lot of people want to get on the governor.
Well, he even told Trump it's not time to make it political.
I understand that, but we need to find out what wasn't done.
Right.
What wasn't done to prevent this? At least slow it down.
No water in.
And no water. Why no water was available?
Yeah. I mean, and unfortunately today, everything's political.
Well, yeah.
Everything's political. Doesn't matter. I mean, especially in some situation like this. This is political. What would have happened if a Republican was in office? Would they have went in and did things?
Well, you see the differences though. Ron DeSantis,
right,
from Florida, when they've had two hurricanes. They had two hurricanes almost back to back.
Right.
That came into Florida. We're right on the edge, and they have a procedure to take care of things after it goes through. Now, this is a little different because you got a fire coming at you, and you've got to stop it. you know it's coming. Hurricanes a little different. You know it's coming too, but you're just waiting for the aftermath to clean up. You
Right.
can't really stop it like a fire. You know, I mean, why don't we have 15 air tankers dumping water religiously
Right.
all the time? I mean, just one after another, flying through. You know, is that equipment not available? And why isn't it? You have these
Exactly.
fires every year. This isn't a fire out of nowhere. This goes on all the time.
Right.
I
And
don't understand that.
the one comment that was said was Newsom told Biden something about trying to stop the disinformation, and I'm kind of, where in the hell did this come from? I mean, I guess 2020 started everything with this disinformation.
Disinformation. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
because to me it's and political. I mean, it's political, the whole thing, because what Democrats want is the truth not to get out, and then they say, "Well, that's disinformation."
Yeah.
And
When it
then
does get out, yeah.
when the truth does come around, and it's like they were right all along. These guys were lying, not the people who were saying this.
Right. Right.
And the scary thing is that there are some Democrats that want to take our rights away, jail you for saying something that is the truth, but they consider disinformation. And then when it finds out that, yeah, it is the truth. Like Hunter's laptop, that's
Yes.
a big one. So I'm like, okay, so what happened to the days of I can say what I want. It's freedom of speech. You can believe it or you don't have to believe
Exactly. No, and that is up to us.
Yes.
Whether you want to believe it.
Yes.
Now, Gavin Newsom can get up there and say whatever he wants.
Right.
But I see what's going on.
Right.
Okay. You know, even if you screwed up, be a man and get up there and say, we weren't prepared.
Right.
It's on me. I'm going to fix this, or something. Don't skirt around the issue. And then you've got the mayor of Los Angeles who stands there and looks dumbfounded that she's even being questioned about anything going on.
Yeah. After her trip to Africa.
I mean, which I mean,
I don't
get it. I don't get that. But
yeah, but the disinformation thing. So would Gavin Newsom, would he take a Paul if I said that that people were going around and starting these fires? It was a person that started the fire off, and that's that's disinformation, Tom. You can't say that.
Well, without fact, that's your
But that's
maybe
my
your opinion. Maybe you.
Yes. There has been video taken of people going around starting fires, like you said.
I believe that. I mean, I actually saw a video of a man running around with a blowtorch.
Right.
I mean, I didn't see him lighting anything right at the time, but I'm pretty sure that's probably what he was doing with a blowtorch.
I mean, I would imagine Gavin Newsom would probably say, no, that's, you got your opinion. But if I was to say the wildfires spreaded because of the lack of job that Gavin Newsom did by not building the reservoirs, like Californians have been taxed to build extra reservoirs that have not even been built.
And I believe it was voted in.
For 10 years. 10 years.
Voted in to have them done, and it still weren't done. And
still.
I mean, that's the stuff I want these politicians to answer.
Yeah.
Why wasn't it done?
Why wasn't it done?
Just be honest.
Right.
Just say, we shifted money to this program,
illegals?
This program here or there.
That's exactly.
Well, now there's your neighborhoods.
Right.
They're burnt to the ground.
Right.
Poor people, rich people, it didn't matter. Fires don't matter. They'll burn anything, and I feel for those people. And where are you going to put all those people every night? They've got to have a place to sleep, eat. Kids aren't going to school now. I mean,
school's burnt down.
This is a bigger problem than just I lost my house. Now, where do I live and how do I get back
Yeah.
on my feet.
Right.
I don't know.
It's
Now that
crazy.
I don't know what to tell them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel so bad for them. It's incredible. I mean, it's one thing, like I said, we have tornadoes. It goes and comes. And we all pitch in to clean up and help out, and we help the people who were affected. But that is massive. What's going on out there?
Right.
You're talking 5,000 to 8,000 buildings burnt to the ground. I mean,
Neighborhoods gone.
neighborhoods, yeah.
And it's not just affecting the poor.
No. It's,
Mel Gibson
as
lost
we've
his
heard,
house.
I think Anthony Hopkins did.
Yep.
A few other people have. And
James Woods.
Yes.
Yep. But big stars have lost their house.
Now they can recover. They have the income.
Oh, they
to
have
go.
the income. Yes.
Probably another house somewhere on the south side of Los Angeles or somewhere.
Right. And I did not realize this until I got pissed off at my insurance company, and because they raised my rates on me, and I said, and it was right around the 2 hurricanes that went through, and I said, I know why you raised my rates is because I've got to pay for the Florida and North Carolina.
Yeah.
That I have no. That didn't affect me at all, but I'm paying for it. He says, well, that's where you're wrong, because he says California and Florida, we do not offer insurance. And I guess it'd be all right to mention the company, but Allstate, yeah, they say they do not offer insurance to Florida residents and California residents.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So
cut your losses.
Right.
Losses are coming.
Yeah.
Hurricanes come through Florida all the time now.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And fires are in California.
All the time.
All the time.
Yep.
Not to this level.
Not down this low.
And I think even State Farm might have.
State Farm don't. Yeah, none of the major insurance companies insure.
Yeah. Which I understand.
California.
I mean, that's their prerogative.
Right.
But then again, in Florida, going back to the hurricanes, you can't build houses 10 feet from the ocean and expect it not to be affected when a hurricane comes through. Okay? I mean, it's probably going to fall into the ocean when you're that close to it, and here comes 40-foot waves hitting your house.
Right.
I mean,
well, and to open a fire hydrant and no water.
And no water.
How scary.
Yes.
How scary would that be?
Yeah.
I mean, and then
and these are questions that won't be answered right away, but they need to be answered somewhere.
Yes.
And I think this did one thing though.
What's that?
In 2028, we don't have to worry about Gavin Newsom running for anything, because there's no way on God's green earth people in this country are going to vote for that. Somebody running a state like that.
Right.
I just can't believe how he would ever get back in there is beyond me.
And to not protect
your job.
Of course, that's all of those sanctuary states and cities and stuff like that. They don't give a damn about Americans. They care more about the illegals. And that goes to show right there. I mean, I could tell you right now, and I've not have nothing to do with California or anything, but that 10 years, that decade of putting money back to build the reservoirs went to illegals.
Well, someone needs to track down that money
and
actually find out.
Yeah, and let's hope that they do.
Someone needs to answer for it.
But sure they did.
And,
heck yeah.
That's what would make you mad.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I know the governor, he can't stop fires. I understand that. That's not going to happen. But your job is to protect your people when you're in charge.
Yeah.
And be prepared for anything. I mean, I heard someone the other day says, we only want 4 things in California. I want police protection. I want fire protection. I want recovery after an earthquake and recovery after a mudslide.
Right.
That's the 4 damn things all I care about out here.
Right.
Besides the small services and everything you get. But, I mean, these are the major things that we deal with out here in this country, in this state. And, he's not sleeping well. There's no damn way.
Oh, I know. He'll sleep.
He probably hates
He sleeps well.
I bet he hates to go out
Yeah.
because I saw that one woman confront him on
Did
the
he?
street.
Yeah. I was just going to bring that
got
up.
right
I've
in his
seen.
face.
Yeah. Yeah. Said, and he was on the phone with the president,
Yeah,
and then
she wanted to see it.
Yeah.
I
want to
see
be
it.
in on that conversation.
Well, I don't have.
Yeah. Well, I don't have signal now. Yeah.
I tell you what.
Yeah. Now, well, then how in the hell are you on the phone with the president then?
Yeah. God,
Yeah.
I hope California people wake up.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even upset if they put another Democrat in, but you got to put somebody in who's competent. This guy's not.
You're not going to find. I mean, there are very few. I won't say you won't find, but there are very few sane Democrats. Everybody went over radical. And I was thinking about this, and you've seen. 2020 is when all of the radical crap happened.
Yes.
2020. I mean, when the burning of the cities happened, and there was no justice for that, Democrats said we got a field day now. Everything we can do, we can do.
Yeah.
Because the Republicans aren't going to stop it. Police can't stop it. We have judges on our side. The judicial system is going to be on our side. Hell, we even got the vice president bailing people out who killed retired officers.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so we got it made. It to me, it was like, did you? And I know you did. You had to watch the Back to the Futures.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I think it was Back to the Future 2 when Marty and Doc came back to 1985, and it was in chaos and burning down, and it was the Biff.
Yes.
That's what 2020 was.
Is that what?
2020 was we came to the Biff reality of what was going on. And yeah. And it was just like, and we, but the only bad thing about us, we can't go back and change it. You know,
no.
We can't go back and make right what is wrong, you know, but we're living through it every day.
Well,
and
we're changing it in 9 days.
Yes. Well, and I was going to say November 5th changed a lot of that, woke a lot of people up. That said,
if that woman would have got in there, sure
it would have been Biff on steroids.
Oh my God, we'd have been. Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah.
Isn't it funny though? All these big wigs, you know, Bezos, Zuckerberg,
all of them now.
They're all going to see Trump now.
Well, I
don't know if that's just because he's going to be the president, and I want to get on his good side. I don't want to be on his bad side because you know how that could end up.
Those 51 intel agents, directors, and stuff. Well, people ain't going to believe them about anything else they're going to come up with.
Yeah.
So we got to go, guys. We got to go shake his hand and all that.
I know
donate to
inauguration.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody gave $1 million. It went down.
You see who else is going to see him now?
No.
Could be my favorite Democrat.
Huh.
Fetterman.
Oh, really?
He's my favorite. Yes. Saw that last night. He's going down to see
4 years ago we thought he was an idiot.
No. He's the only one making sense.
And then he's the only one making sense. Poor man has a stroke. And
he says, I'm not just for Democratic Pennsylvanians.
Right.
I'm for Republican Pennsylvanians too.
Right.
I'm for my state.
Right.
I said, and the country. If he can do better, I want to be on his side.
And that's the way it should be.
That's the only guy that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what? If you know, I mean, you've got your Schubers, you got your, the other knuckleheads.
Yeah.
Shift, and all that, and they're just negative all the time. There's no leeway with these people at all.
They are so afraid that Trump's going to get in there and screw up their good thing, is what it is. Trump doesn't need money. We can't buy him.
Yeah, but
he's just going to get in here and expose all of our treats. Yeah. All the good things that we have, he's going to expose, and it's going to leave a bad taste in Americans' mouth, and we're going to...
Well, they're going to see it.
Yeah.
People
and what you seen in 2016, you seen what the Democrats are made of.
Yeah.
And yet most of them are voted right back in.
I know.
That's amazing,
It's amazing.
to me. I do not get that. Just like out California. Don't be surprised. The only thing that's going to stop Gavin from running, and I will go on the record and say winning California again, is if he goes to run for president. That's all. That's all it's going to.
Well,
I will say, I'll bet you dollars for donuts that those people out in California would re-elect him before they elect a Republican. They'll re-elect Gavin. Oh, you're doing such a great job, man.
Well,
I'd much rather have the burning down my damn city than this Republican in office. That's going to prevent that. If
that's the way you feel, then I don't know what to do for you. If your whole neighborhoods are burnt down and you're thinking this guy's doing a great job,
and
God bless you. I don't know where your mind is, and I can't help you.
Right.
I can't help that kind of thinking.
Right.
I mean, I can remember back in the day. This going way back. Marion Barry. Remember Marion Barry?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Was the mayor, I think, of Washington D.C.
Washington D.C.
was actually, I'm sure I saw this, was caught doing drugs on film.
Crack cocaine, I believe. Yeah.
And then got voted back in.
Well, it took a while, didn't it?
But I think he still got voted back in, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, he went for years and got himself cleaned up and all that, and then they voted him back in. So yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
anyway. So hopefully they get the fires under control.
Well, and the lack of water, though, that has me. And then people saying, well, why can't they? You're right by the ocean. But then they said, well, that salt water, it'll screw a lot of shit up.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you can pump salt water through fire trucks.
Right.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
Firemen would have to tell me that.
I think
I'm not sure how that works.
Right. They're talking about those bags that they dump get into the water and then go and open them up. Helicopters.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know where they go pick up water. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. That red stuff, deterrent or whatever they call
that red stuff.
That powder stuff that they're dropping.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit over my head.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff.
I did see sometimes, especially when they're up there in the mountains, the fires up in the mountains, that they will go to a lake, drop that basket down in there and pick that water up and go and drop,
I just don't know why there isn't more. I don't know. Maybe I'm not there and I'm just going by what I see on TV, but why there isn't more equipment doing that.
Right.
I would think there's one after another.
You would think.
You would think you'd have a plane every 5 minutes going over and just dumping all the time.
Right.
But maybe they don't have the equipment.
That's one of the things that they're talking about, the lack of equipment.
Yeah. And then back to the mayor of Los Angeles, cutting the budget.
Yeah.
You and I, we don't like paying taxes here in town. We've talked about it.
Right.
But I don't mind if the money, my taxes get raised if it goes to police or firemen. I don't have a problem at all. I want more policemen. I wish we could hire 50 more.
Right.
Just to drive around the city and clean it up. I don't mind paying for that. I don't want to pay for somebody's program down the street that, isn't worth a damn. It probably is to them, but
well, just like the people of California, though, the thing that pisses me off about government, local or state or federal, is the people of California, they're taxed to build reservoirs for the last 10 years. I remember our local government taxed us, raised our sales tax and fuel tax to build a bridge across the interstate to relieve
congestion on
51.
Yeah, back and forth.
Yeah. And then when they went over to the Forsyth to say, hey, will you guys share the revenue with us that this new bridge is going to create, and businesses go up on your side? Will you share your taxes with us?
Right.
And Forsyth said, no, we're not going to do that. So then our government says, okay, well, we're not going to build a bridge then. We'll just take that money. People, we're just going to take that money and buy new squad cars and this and that,
And that road is still not built today.
It's not built, no. We have a bridge to
To
nowhere.
nowhere. Yes, we
Yeah.
do. Yes,
Yeah.
we do. We
Well,
sure
I
do.
guess not. We're paying for a bridge for somewhere, but it's not going to be built. No.
No.
I mean,
No.
so I mean, I can understand the frustration of Californians that say, wait a minute, I've been paying taxes for 10 years to have a reservoir built, and you ain't even built one.
And now I've got fires
Now
coming down the
my
hill.
house
And
is
now my
burnt
house
down
is burnt
because
down
of the reservoir
yeah,
isn't built.
but we voted that in
Yeah.
to have that done.
And now with some of them with the insurance.
Yeah.
Oh my God, some of them $1 million homes are probably lost, and the people are going to have to pay for that house. They ain't going to be covered under insurance at all. And FEMA, I've got something. We could go to Joe and ask. Did you hear that Joe's comment that he made?
Which one's that? That he's that he told. Did you hear what he told Kamala the other day? They were sitting around I think they were having a discussion. They were next to each other, and I could have swore his quote was I only heard it once, so I hope I get this right. It was her turn to speak, after he got, and he said she's here to talk, and he turned to her and goes, "Fire away." Oh, I didn't, I didn't really mean it like that.
Yeah.
Why would you say fire away?
Yeah.
California's burning down. Joe, please.
Yeah.
God bless you. Please get out. Leave now. They should just clean out the place and just leave now. I'm going to leave 9 days early, okay? You know what, y'all? You can have it.
Bless his heart.
Screw this up anymore.
Yeah. So the point that
anyway, what did he say the other day?
Okay, so to take it back, I mean, what happened in the hurricane, Helene?
Helene, yes.
Helene?
Yes.
FEMA said, they were out of money.
Money, resources. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so then there was the disinformation about the $750 that's all that people got. That's going to be interesting to see with this California thing.
Mm-hmm.
Essentials. They said, no, that ain't. But there was one guy who said that could be all that people got. But their $750 is for essentials. So let's see, California, if it's going to be a $750 essential right off the front. So
what good is that going to do you?
Right. So here is Mayorkas after the hurricane, and his
needs.
Sorry about that. Okay.
We are meeting the immediate needs with the money that we have.
This is
We
audio.
are expecting another hurricane hitting. We do not have the funds. FEMA does not have the funds to make it through the season.
So they do not have the funds to make it through the season.
How?
Now that was in the hurricane.
That was in Hurricane Helene. In October.
In October. Yes.
So I was in Florida. Yes,
now this is audio. So here is our lovely president.
Request for what they call, and I know this is all sounds like government talk, but it's called the Major Disaster Declaration. This declaration allows folks at the request of the governor. The declaration allows folks who have been impacted to get immediate cash assistance to cover things like everything from groceries to baby formula to prescriptions. Because as you've seen and you reported, a lot of these places are burned to the ground. There's not a single thing left in their homes. And so if they contact disasterassistance.gov, anybody who's lost everything or anything of consequence, disasterassistance.gov or 1-800-2, I beg your pardon, 1-800-621-3362. That's what disasterassistance.gov 1-800-621-3362 to get the kind of help they need for everything from the basics that they don't have access to right now. And this morning, due to the magnitude of the disaster, I was talking with the governor, and he requested if I could increase the federal funding that was authorized under this legislation from 75% to 90%. We're increasing it to 100% of all the costs to be covered by the federal government for both the fire management assistance grants and the elements of what they call the disaster declaration. So today I'm announcing that the federal government will cover 100% of the cost for 180 days. It's going to pay for things like debris and hazard material removal, temporary shelters, first responders' salaries, and all necessary measures to protect life and property. And folks, I want to underscore, I told the governor and local officials, spare no expense to do what they need to do to contain these fires and in their communities that have really been devastating.
Yeah. So 100%, everything is paid 100% for 180 days.
For 6 months, basically.
6 months, 100% paid. Now, so don't make it political, but why wasn't that said to the people of North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Florida?
Or they're Republicans. Oh, you said not to make it political.
And
I'm
that's
sorry.
And I'm glad you said, because
That's
that was my
Yeah, there's people in
Well, yeah.
in the Carolinas still probably living in tents.
Right.
Okay, I hate to say that, and that's only been October, November. That's only like 4 months.
right.
So, but even in California, what do you do after 6 months? Where do you go when you have no home?
You still have no home. And then you're going to take 6 months,
So you just
longer than 6 months
I was going to say
to get a home.
get a home. So
Yeah.
we
And then
just-
do you even build?
I know,
Do you even build there again?
like you
Is it
said,
going to be
if you-
safe to build there?
Like you said, if you don't have insurance,
Right?
how do you build?
Right?
Put an RV. I think some of these neighborhoods be big RV resorts. I'm thinking you can just
Cousin Eddie, he'll feel welcome.
you can get an RV and park
Yeah.
it there and get some electricity, and you're not going to be the same. But
Right?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I
but 100% paid everything. And spare no expense, California governor. Do what you have to do.
well,
But-
you might see one of them
and-
coming by in a brand new Cadillac or something.
Yeah.
Well, the government paid for my Cadillac. I thought I'd trade for what the hell I had before that Toyota. So I'm thinking it's 100%.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm going big time.
Oh no, that's not what he meant.
That's not.
Yeah.
Is it? You gotta have
That's the government. The government officials can spare no expense, but you being a citizen, you're not
okay.
going from a Toyota to a Cadillac.
Oh, okay. I thought it'd be a good time to upgrade
Right.
since they're
Right.
going to pay for everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're going to be lucky to get your house back the way it was.
that's
yeah,
I
it's
don't see that.
yeah.
For years and years and
I just don't.
some will be able to recover, but I think some.
But it makes you think, and you go back to the hurricane. That what FEMA. I thought I may be outspoken here. I'm not sure, but someone, I think it was the FEMA director or someone that was there on the ground, said that if they have a Trump sign in their yard, pass them. Don't even.
I don't know if that was true, but
Right,
I did hear that story. I hope it isn't
Right,
true, but
right.
because that was right before the election.
Yes,
But
yeah, I mean,
you hope that didn't happen.
right.
But-
But my question too is, okay, Joe, where are you going to get all this money now? FEMA done said that they're out. They can't do it. And then when they said, well, you spent most of you allocated your disaster fund to support illegals. Oh no, that was a different fund. We spent $1 billion supporting illegals.
I mean, I'm not against giving money to Ukraine, but we give money to Ukraine every other week.
Yeah.
It seems like, I mean,
Always, yeah.
I don't know. I just, it's,
But Ukraine, most of that money or most of that funding is weapons.
oh, okay. Yeah.
It's, I mean, but, you got your politicians that want to give them money so that they can funnel it back to them, you know. But
Allegedly.
allegedly, yeah, yeah, we better say
You better say
allegedly.
allegedly to cover up some things. But
Yeah,
I don't know what, I mean, I don't know what California's going to do. I just,
there,
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know. You just, it's overwhelming.
And you
like
feel
said.
bad for the people
Oh, you feel
of
terrible.
California, but it's there again that hey, you did this to yourself.
Yeah.
You guys kept voting these Democrats in, knowing the woke crap that they were doing and that they were going down. I mean, you did this.
And there's, I know society would frown on this these days, not back in the 60s or 70s, but when they said they had some looting going on,
Right,
people coming in stealing, and you're going to be held to the highest extent of the law.
right.
You know what I would have said if I was the sheriff?
What?
If you're caught looting, you will be shot.
Shot.
You will be shot on sight.
Right.
If you're stealing from people who have lost their homes.
Right.
I'm sorry. I mean, that could be bold, but you just got to take a stand sometime and say,
Yep.
hey, we're not going to put up with this.
We are done. We're done.
People
Now,
lost.
in all fairness, this new DA that they have in Los Angeles now, he's not going to tolerate all that crap. He's not going to. I don't believe. Now, it might be a pony show. Once he gets in there, then he'll be a rhino and say, "Yeah, well, it got me elected by saying that."
They say anything to get elected.
Right.
Come on, we know that.
Right. Right.
But well.
I mean, what do you think about Gavin Newsom and the job that he has done? I mean, for all of California, and not just on this. I mean, he's a disaster on this.
Yeah.
He's been a disaster on a lot of other things.
Yeah.
I mean, like the pandemic, for an example.
Pandemic.
Let's shut this state down. You can't go anywhere. And then he's in San Francisco at the highest restaurant in the world, and enjoying it up with no mask or anything.
Do what I say. Just don't do what I do.
Right.
Okay. I'll do what I want to do.
Well, I believe it was the Colorado governor did the same thing.
Yeah.
Was down in New Orleans or something.
Yeah.
During that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
or
if that man gets elected for anything again, I'll be stunned.
No.
I really will. I mean, you have to have new leadership after this.
Don't underestimate the ignorance of Democrats.
I know. I know it. Like I said, vote a different Democrat in though. You've got to have different leadership after this. You see the failures of this, the Democrats, basically, of his, I mean, he has no answers for what happened.
No.
And like I said, he needs to be held accountable. Some
Right.
people almost say it's criminal when you get down to it, which I don't know about that, but I mean, you put him up there, you put the mayor there, and you put the fire chief there, and that's just a hell of a mess. When you stand there and they ask them questions, and I applaud the people who ask the hard questions. How did you let this happen? Why are you in Africa when you know the fires are, coming? Why weren't you here monitoring this? It seems like nothing was really done. I don't know.
No. I mean, it just, I don't get it. It's a lack of leadership.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, it's definitely lack of leadership.
Yeah. But as far as the governor goes, hell, he's been showing that and got reelected.
Yeah. Well, like they said, if this doesn't move people, I don't know it will.
Yeah.
When you lose your home and you've lost everything.
Yeah.
And you're living in I don't even know where they're putting the people. In a hangar. I don't even know where the hell where these people are living.
Said that the fraud of houses that were for rent for like $13,000 $13,000 a month to rent a house.
Where the hell do you work
And
to pay for that?
I don't know.
Jeez.
Ain't that something?
That's
but said that the rent went up. Yeah. So here they're gouging people at the lowest point of their lost everything.
Yes. And then
and now you're looking for some place to live, and you instead of paying $13,000, now you're paying $16,000, $17,000. You know,
I don't know how people sleep at night. I really don't. I'm just not that kind of person. Where's the people? I'm sure there's people who open their homes to some people,
right?
Who know people and say, "Hey, come stay with us. We got room." You know.
Well, most of them, I'll just go down to my Hawaii house or something. You know. I'm sure Mel Gibson's got another place around.
Mel's doing okay still. Yeah, he made a couple good movies.
James Woods, he's probably got, I'll just go to my Montana house. If I can get in, ain't snowed in, or snowed out. I can't get in there.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm sure they got.
Yeah, those people I'm not worried about.
Right.
Common folk, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course, I don't see how anybody of our, well, not you anymore because you're retired, but in my salary range could ever live out in California with the prices of everything out there. There's just no freaking way.
I don't know how people survive out there.
And
really
that's
California's okay. Is it the greatest place to live? I don't know.
Right.
Is it all what it's cut out to be? I don't know. They say San Diego's pretty nice. I've never been there.
Yeah.
But
San Diego, they say the average temperature 72 degrees year round.
There you go. Well,
that's my kind of place right there. But God, dogs, to live in that state as ignorant as it is, and the stupidity, the crap that goes on there, the legislations that have been passed.
It's up to the people.
Yes.
I don't blame the government or the people in charge.
I could keep doing it.
You keep doing it, they're going to keep putting me in. Hell, I'll do whatever I want.
I get reelected.
Yeah, it's the people.
Yeah.
You got to stand up and say, no more. We're not doing this.
Yeah.
We're not doing it with that guy. We'll get a new guy.
Yeah.
If he sucks in 4 years, 6 years, we'll get another guy.
Right.
I mean.
Yeah, to keep voting him in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. But like I said, look at what they did with Shifty Schiff.
Yeah.
Hell, they promoted him. Them people out there are ignorant. I mean, they're just, you can't, as far as their politics go, shame on you, California.
Well.
The residents of California, shame on you. Shame on you. I mean, to know what these people are about. Show me, Shifty Schiff. You told us back in 2020 that the evidence was in plain sight about the Russia collusion. Nobody, not one damn voter out in California held that son of a bitch accountable.
I know it.
Here, let's give you a promotion.
Yeah.
Knowing that he was lying.
Yep.
Now what does that say to Shifty Schiff? I can do anything. I'm above the law.
You're right. Yeah.
I'm above the law. Every damn one of them.
Tom, we do it here in Illinois.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Illinois is worse about that crap, too. I mean, we can't get rid of Dick Durbin no matter what he does.
Doesn't matter. I don't care. And he doesn't do anything.
And he doesn't do anything.
He's 87 years old now. I mean, I'm not sure what his purpose is these days.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it.
What happened to common sense? Oh my God!
It's 2020 threw it right out the door.
Boy,
I mean,
hopefully it comes back.
Whenever they seen that it was okay to burn cities down
and not be held
accountable
for it at all,
to even have the vice president coming out and saving you, bailing you out of jail.
Well, you had to question
George Clooney. Let me throw some money at you, get you out of jail.
Well, you had to question it, though. I think there's a couple in St. Louis who had a nice home When
Yes.
they were marching the street and they were going to come in the yard, and the guy and his wife both standing out
Yep.
with guns in their hands, says, "You come out here in our yard, we're going to shoot you."
Yes.
And they end up arresting them.
Arresting them.
I
That's-
mean,
yes.
when you look at that, you go,
That's just like the penny thing in
yes, it's
New
like,
York City.
it's like backwards
Yes.
justice is what this
it's
is.
exactly what it is.
That's a good name for a movie. I'm thinking
Yeah.
I'm going to write a movie there. Backwards
Yeah,
justice.
Mel, we
Wouldn't
got a movie.
Boy, this would be easy, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's all right there.
Backward justice.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
and that's
basically what
that's
that is.
exactly what it
You know,
is.
when you saw those people pull
Yeah.
out of their house, oh, you had a gun. We're arresting you. Oh, those people in the street, don't worry about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and I've said it before. Democrats want illegal to be legal. They look at it. What's right is wrong. What's wrong is right.
Yes.
That's exactly what a Democrat does. The far left ones.
Yeah.
And there's a lot. It's getting to be a lot of the far left ones. You know.
Not this time though.
Anymore, you look at Fetterman and you're like, wow, someone.
That guy's making more sense every day
Yes.
when he talks.
Yes.
I don't know if he's a one of them Trojan horses
Yeah.
coming, and he's got something up his sleeve, but he seems like,
Right.
Hey, I just
Let's hope he
wanna-
can stay healthy.
Well, that too. He seems
Yeah.
like he's getting better.
Yeah.
Talking and everything. So, but,
I know when he talked to Joe Rogan, I was watching the bits of that, and I guess he's got to have a teleprompter.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Of what's being like closed captions.
What's been
yeah.
said? Okay, closed caption. What's been
Yeah.
said? What Joe's saying.
Right.
So he can kind of look at that and answer.
Right.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're used to teleprompters.
Oh yeah.
Come on. We
Yeah.
got rid of them now. Here in
Yeah.
9 days, teleprompters going out in the back closet, and we won't.
Well,
need
he'll
that no more.
use them. Don't give me. He'll Trump will use them, but it'll be for speeches and stuff like
Well,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
yeah, he was the other day having a news conference. I go, well, here's the president. He's already up there talking to the
Yeah.
reporters. I bet the reporter's like, well, this is the way it's supposed to be. We're actually
Right.
having a conversation with the president about what's going on.
Yeah. And then it's just like, okay, Prez, we got to leave. Because he's sitting there
Oh, he'll keep talking.
all day long.
He's
Yeah.
talker, isn't he?
A lot better than what they got in the White House now.
Oh, he'd be great to have sitting right here with us. Wouldn't he?
Oh.
Oh, my God, we'd sit here and talk all day.
Oh, my God.
He's go, when the hell's McDonald's get here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's get it. Sure,
Yep,
go get
I
the
got to have my McDonald's.
But he's just that kind of guy. I
He
mean,
is.
I know a lot of people don't like him. He seems rough on the edges, which
Rough.
I'm okay with. Hell, I don't want smooth. A smooth
Right.
criminal.
Right.
As,
Yeah.
as I would say Gavin is.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. But
Mel Gibson, I guess he was on Joe last
yeah, I saw a little
Thursday
bit,
or Wednesday or
Yeah.
something like that,
yeah, a little blurb. So.
and told Gavin to stop spending all the money on his gel for his hair.
I'm not going to make it personal like that. Your appearance is your
Yeah.
appearance, but
Yeah.
just be held accountable for what's going on.
Right.
Get in front of the people and say,
But
"Hey, if we screwed up," say, "We screwed up." You know
Here's-
what?
the road that the politicians want to go down now, especially Democrats, is to hold them responsible is disinformation.
Well,
You know.
Gonna be a lot of it then, because a lot of
Yeah.
them are going to be held,
Yeah.
accountable.
Yep, you hold me responsible. That's disinformation. We need to stop that disinformation.
Yeah, well,
Because, and you can hear it. I mean, I don't know how long Gavin has been in
I don't
office.
Either. I don't either. I couldn't tell you the last last governor I can remember is Jerry Brown, for Christ's sake.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that was 18 years ago.
Yeah, let me see.
Or Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan, when he's the governor of California, and Arnold was the governor, I think.
Yeah. Gavin Newsom's had response to Mel Gibson. So there you go. Yeah. So let's see if it's gonna be an easy look and see when here's his. Okay, 40th governor. He been since 2019.
Lieutenant governor from and then
He was the governor. So from 2019, right?
Well, yeah, he was actually the mayor of San Francisco.
Oh yeah. He
Oh hell, he's just working his way down the state.
yeah.
Oh, there it is. I see where you're getting it over there. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he's had his name out there quite a
Yes.
bit. Quite a bit, you know.
He's supposed to take over for Joe, but Joe screwed him.
Well.
Screwed the whole Democratic Party by saying Kamala should be the next in line.
Well, he's
and
he's not getting elected for anything.
I don't think so. So 2019, he's been
5 years.
yeah,
Going on 6 years this year.
right. So this is a new term, I imagine.
I'm not sure how they do the governors every 4 years.
I would imagine every 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he preceded by Jerry Brown. I wasn't that
Yes.
far off. Damn. All right.
Well, yeah, Jerry came back and ran again.
Did he? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So
No, I think he's sealed his fate.
yes,
Because you're not getting away from this.
right.
This is on you.
Yeah.
You're not going to get away from this.
But like I said, he'll be the first to say, well, hey, disinformation. It's disinformation. What they're doing to me is disinformation. We can't have that. We got to make it a law that we can't have disinformation.
People see it, Tom.
Yeah.
They see what's going on. They see the fire hydrants dried.
Right.
You're
So 10 years. So that would be back in 2015, 2014,
14. Yeah.
somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
That they have been paying for a reservoir that still hasn't been built. Yeah. Or reservoirs, I guess.
So
That hasn't been built. So, you'd like to, okay, how much taxes, all the people have paid and
for something that
No-
hasn't been
nothing.
built, and where has that money gone? First off, why wasn't it built? Second off, where'd the money go that was supposed to be
it's supposed to be
to build it?
right.
Simple two questions.
Right.
And he'll skate around that 45 different damn. Well, you got a lot of misinformation there about. No, it isn't. This is a fact. It was voted in, and this year. And I don't know. Okay. Anyway, anything else you want to talk about today?
Yeah.
I'm about sick of Gavin Newsom. I'll tell you what, that pisses me off, and I don't even live out there.
Yeah.
I just see these pictures on
And I'd
TV.
love to live out in California. I'd love to live out there because it's nice and warm most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can get into some cities, especially up north, up there by
North
San
side.
Francisco, that gets cold and snow and stuff like that. But, none of those cities.
And we didn't even get into the homeless
Yeah.
that's running rampant,
Oh,
in
yeah.
California, basically, which I don't blame them. Hell, it's
Right.
warm out there. If you're going to be homeless, you might as well be where it's
Right.
warm.
Wasn't it a few years ago, and I might be off on this, but didn't California say that because there was a lot of homeless people making their way out to California because of the warmth.
Sure.
You live it.
Well, sure.
Who'd want to be, if Tom, you're going to be homeless, do you want New York City or do you want California? Send me out west
Yeah,
because it's warm, nice and warm. I mean, it's not real frigid in the winter time, you like to say.
it's really not unbearable in the summer.
Right.
Neither.
Right.
But you don't really hear a lot about the homeless in Florida. I'm sure they have it.
Oh,
But
every place has it. Yeah.
I mean, you don't.
Right.
I mean, I've seen pictures, of California on the streets.
Yeah.
Literally, Oakland.
It just depends on what you mean by home. So if you're an American, you can be homeless. If you're an immigrant, then you can live in a 5-star hotel.
Well, it's just.
In
Yes.
some cities, boy, they're open arms. Come on,
Come on in.
come on in. Then you got the poor American on the side. Get.
Yeah.
We're not talking about you. We're talking about these guys. Come on in.
Oh, I know. It's sad.
Oh.
It is.
Ain't it?
A lot of things are really screwed up.
I mean,
Really,
and you wonder where Americans, especially on the left, has decided that this is the road to go down.
I know. That's scary.
Let's
That they think,
Yeah.
this is okay. Yes.
Yeah, the hell with Americans. Let's look after the immigrant. And you went, what the hell? Where did that come from?
I agree.
And it had to been. I mean, because Republicans are still bumfuzzled by how all the media, the Democrats, the legislature, from the little Democrat in the city council all the way up to the president, all on the same page.
Yes.
You know what? They're all on the same page when it comes to some, like you're going to hear some same response to these wildfires and how they're going to take that blame from Gavin Newsom and the lack of job that he has done, and they're going to all come up with something.
Yeah.
You just watch. Just watch. Evening news, ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC, they're all going to be on the same page. And they're all going to say the same thing, And the Republicans just sat there at all.
I know.
Why can't we do that? Well, fuck, we got too many damn rhinos in here. We got some of them in our party that wants to throw a horseshoe into everything.
It's amazing, though, that you got that much of the media on your side.
On your side.
Can you imagine if you didn't have Fox?
Yeah.
If Fox was the same way as MSNBC. Right. Wouldn't it? That would be amazing. That they would feed you.
And through the process of going to college and stuff, and you got to wonder. I mean, the Board of Education, or the Department of Education, they should get rid of it. They should get rid of that, get rid of all of the federal financial to colleges. Get them back, okay, on your merit, you're going to get students to come to your school.
Well, yeah.
Not because I'm paying for it.
Right.
Because you got something to offer. That needs to come back. They need to get rid of the Department of Education,
mm-hmm.
and they're talking about it.
Yeah, they are talking about it.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
But that is nuts that these kids are going through school to become a reporter and not look for the truth.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless I'm going to look for the truth if you're a Republican. Same scenario, and you're a Democrat. What? It's like I've said that before. They're like the WWE announcer, the heel announcer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, he's pulling his trunks. Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't know. I didn't see that.
Oh, those were the days.
I think you're seeing things. I didn't see him do that right here.
No,
I didn't see that. But
nope.
But it is nuts that we want the truth if it's a Republican doing the bad thing. If it's a Democrat, where did they come up with?
I don't know. What'd you think of dropping basically all the charges on Trump?
Ain't that something? Yeah.
That basically tells you we pinned this on him right before the election to try and sway voters into this guy's a felon. You don't want him in the
Yep. And that didn't work.
And now they just okay. It's clean slate. Don, thanks. See ya.
Yep.
It's scary.
Right.
The way they, things are run like that.
And the things that Trump said about that.
Oh, yeah.
And he was true.
Yes.
He was right. I mean, to do him the way they did him was unbelievable. To pull that crap on him like that.
Yep.
And that's all that it was. It was just, I'll look for it here and see if we can find what he had said about that. And everything that he said was true about how he was said. This was just a political witch hunt is all that it was.
And they were hoping it would stick.
Right.
And and it didn't.
And it didn't. Right.
It's almost like the judge, clean the slate before Donald gets in there. Because it was kind of odd that we're going to sentence him 9 days, 10 days before he gets in the office.
Right.
It's like, well, what are you going to sentence him? Probation or something? He didn't even do that.
Right. Nothing.
I think the judge wanted to clean it up before Trump got into office.
Right.
Is what I'm thinking.
Let's see. I think is this some of it?
I'm going to bring you the breaking news coming to us from New York. That is the live picture from outside of the courtroom. Donald Trump appearing virtually there, but the judge has just sentenced Donald Trump. So let me bring you the developments on that. The judge says he's decided to sentence Donald Trump to an unconditional discharge over the conviction in the hush money case. He has said that he is imposing no jail or fine, but the sentence places judgment of guilt on the president-elect's record. So the judge was very keen to pursue this, despite all those last-minute efforts by Donald Trump going to the Supreme Court to try to block today's sentencing. That did not work. The Supreme Court judges deciding against and throwing out that last-minute bid from Donald Trump. So today's sentencing going ahead, and as I say, that breaking development, I'll just repeat it because those details coming in from the judge saying he's decided to sentence Donald Trump to an unconditional discharge over the conviction in that hush money case. He's imposed no jail time.
Let's see if
do this until February 1st. On January 1st, we're starting a 4-week chair workout challenge.
Would your client like to be heard?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. This has been a very terrible experience. I think it's been a tremendous setback for New York and the New York court system. This was a case that Alvin Bragg did not want to bring. He thought it was, from what I read and from what I hear, inappropriately handled before he got there. A gentleman from a law firm came in and acted as a district attorney, and that gentleman, from what I heard, was a criminal or almost criminal in what he did. It was very inappropriate. It was somebody involved with my political opponent. Part of the records that we're talking about, they're saying, I just noticed where he said I was falsifying business records. Well, the falsification of business records, as they say, it was calling a legal expense in the books where everybody could see them, a legal expense. In other words, that legal fees or legal expense were put down as legal expense by accountants. They weren't put down by me, they were put down by accountants. I didn't call them construction, concrete work, I didn't call them electrical work, I didn't call them anything. They called a legal fee or a legal expense, and for this, I got indicted. It's incredible, actually. Now, if you look, my attorney alluded to it, the top legal scholars and legal pundits in this country.
The other thing about this, Mr. Zig, is that I believe, just my belief, that Barack Obama, George W., Bill Clinton, none of those presidents would have had to worry about this. None of them. They would have never brought charges to them because they're career politicians.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why they come up. Have never, ever has a president been convicted of a crime. And that's the other thing that they say, that they wanted him to go into office, the first convicted felon.
Ones that are quoted all the time on television that are making their views felt and highly respected people have said, virtually everyone that I know of, I haven't seen any to the contrary, not one. And none of these people are not exactly friends of mine, to put it mildly. But they all said this is a case that should have never been brought. It's an injustice of justice. Very respected Jonathan Turley, Andy McCarthy, Judge David Rifkin, a wonderful man who just passed away, by the way, Greg Jarrett, Ellie Honig from CNN, of all places. CNN said that. Paul Ingratian, Alan Dershowitz, they all said this is not a case that should be brought. It's not, think about it, legal expenses are down as legal expenses, and I get indicted for business records. Everybody should be so accurate. It's been a political witch hunt. It was done to damage my reputation so that I'd lose the election, and obviously that didn't work. And the people of our country got to see this firsthand because they watched the case in your courtroom. They got to see this firsthand, and then they voted, and I won and got the largest number of votes by far of any Republican candidate in history, and won, as you know, all 7 swing states, won conclusively all 7 swing states, and won the popular vote by millions and millions of votes. And they've been watching your trial, so they understood it. I wasn't allowed to use the lawyer-client privilege or the reliance on counsel. I had a lawyer that made this deal, and he admitted that. And he was also a totally discredited person. We weren't allowed to use the information from the Southern District that totally discredited him. It wasn't allowed to be put in. And that was terrible, unbelievable. And this is a man who's got no standing. He's been disbarred.
That's the other thing that they said that about this trial is that, there was not one specific thing that the DA had to go in and prove.
Right.
That it was open.
Yeah.
But there was that's why he was convicted of the 34 counts, because there wasn't nothing. Okay, I have to prove that accounting. He didn't have to prove anything. Yes. He just went in there and just put the case down. And hell, yeah, if you don't have to prove that I did what you said, then hell, anybody can win that.
Well, yeah.
Barred on other matters, unrelated, and he was allowed to talk as though he were George Washington, but he's not George Washington. He shouldn't have been allowed. The Southern District did a book of approximately 28 pages where I've never seen anything like it. They excoriated him. You wouldn't let it be put into evidence, so he was able to testify as a witness, and I think it's a disgrace to the system. I was under a gag order. I'm the first president in history that was under a gag order where I couldn't talk about aspects of the case that are very important. I guess I'm still under, so probably I won't do it now. I assume I'm still under a gag order. But the fact is that
something?
Yeah.
I'm totally innocent. I did nothing wrong. They talk about business records, and the business records were extremely accurately counted. I had nothing to do with them. That was done by an accountant or a bookkeeper who I think gave very credible testimony and was corroborated by everybody that was asked. And with all that's happening in our country today, with a city that's burning to the ground, one of our largest, most important cities burning to the ground, with wars that are uncontrollably going on, with all of the problems of inflation and attacks on countries and all of the horrible things that are going on, I got indicted over calling a legal expense a legal expense. It was called a legal expense. I just want to say I think it's an embarrassment to New York, and New York has a lot of problems, but this is a great embarrassment. I believe that this and other cases that were brought, as you know, the DOJ is very much involved in this case. It's because that's the political opponent they're talking about. The DOJ is very involved. You have a gentleman sitting right there from the DOJ who was from the DOJ's office. He was also involved with the New York State Attorney General's case. And he went from there to here. He went around and did what he had to do. He got them to move on me. But in the meantime, I won the election in a massive landslide. And the people of this country understand what's gone on. This has been a weaponization of government.
So, yeah, I mean, that is everything that he said there. I mean, why was he brought? I mean, not only that, but the first president to have four different jurisdictions that he is being sued.
Well, they were after him.
Sure,
they were after him.
They did not. What they didn't want happen, but because they were lying about the whole damn thing. They're lying about the whole damn thing. I mean, I don't know. I cannot believe that they have taken our judicial system, which which in a lot of ways was corrupt to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean,
They've just taken to another level.
they,
now.
oh
I mean,
God,
what you're doing
and
now.
right out in the damn open.
Yeah.
You know, here's what we are doing. And the American people, I mean, Democrat and Republicans need to be, if they can do that to him,
Yeah.
Jesus, what are they going to do to us?
It's funny they put the gag order on him because they know
Yeah.
how much he talks.
Yes. Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
still thinks he has a gag order.
Yeah.
I wish he just got on there and says, F the judicial system
Right.
with all of you.
Yes. I mean, that's
Really,
crazy.
yeah.
To think that they, you know, that our judicial system is now, it's getting bad.
Tom, this tells you how afraid they are of him.
Right.
They're so afraid when he gets in there.
And why?
You know, and
Look what he
they
did.
would do anything to keep him out. My God, almost got him shot twice.
Yeah.
The Secret Service couldn't do a simple thing of checking every building in the area.
Yeah, having somebody on the roof.
Yes, I mean,
yeah.
That's, hell, I'm not Secret Service about anything, but that seems like common sense.
Right.
You know, and there's another, we talk about Newsom and, you know, the fires and all that. That's somebody in charge of preparation.
Right.
It's your job. You know, I can even push this on to the New Orleans attack.
Right.
And that police chief down there there's a bunch of damn knuckleheads running this country.
There is.
I mean, that guy just jumped the curb and drove down the street.
Right.
And you had barriers in your garage somewhere where could
they
have
were,
been put
they were
on the street.
upgrading them though. That's why they took them down. They said
doesn't matter. You've
right.
got to look the area over. Your job is to protect your people. You're a police superintendent. That is your main job.
Right.
Is to protect the people. Says it on your police cars. Serve and protect.
Right.
Pretty sure on most of them it says that. That's your job.
Even
That's
says
your
on
number
the squad
one
cars.
Yes.
Most of the squad cars have got that.
That's your number one job.
Right.
And you've failed at it. And, well, she should have been fired too. I'll tell you what, I'd fire about 4 or 5 people in the last couple of weeks if they had me in charge. I'm serious. That's just the incompetence.
Yeah.
Of some people in charge is just
right.
You know.
See, and like Trump there, I mean, him and his administration, you know, they're coming in and they're like, you know, the sanctuary cities, states, stuff. They're like, okay, we're not going to give you any funding.
Yeah.
Taking the funding away from you.
These states, some of these states are getting ready to fight Trump now.
Right.
I mean, it's going to.
Well, and you know, I'm just going to say, you know, that there are judges out there that just say, bring it on, Trump, because we're going to block it at every turn.
Yeah.
Block it at every turn. You're going to have to appeal and appeal, because you're not going to be able to take funding away from California because they're a sanctuary state, or a sanctuary, you know, Los Angeles, because it's a thing. Chicago, you ain't going to be able to do that because we're going to put a block to that. And then he's going to have to fight through that.
Like that crap.
But I, you know, I don't know. That's the other thing in our history. I don't know where some judge in Podunk, California, could be sitting there and say, "I'm putting a stop to it. You can't do this."
Yes.
And okay,
yes,
sure. Well, yeah, we won't do it then. We'll have to go through all of the
and then you got to go through
roadblocks,
the process and all this,
going through the hoops and the roadblocks to get this your decision returned so that we can do this. And it's so and I just know you have 9 people in Washington D.C. right now. They just like, this is going to be a fucking nightmare. The Supreme Court is going to have to be in every aspect of what happens when he takes office.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of the things that he is going to do and what he says he's going to do.
Yes.
They know that we Jesus Christ, we're going to be so busy that, you know, we're not going to have our recess like the Congress does. We're not going to be able to do that because there's just going to be one after another that we're going to have to fight.
But he did. I did see last night. He's got 100 executive orders ready to go.
Really?
When he gets in there.
Good.
I don't know what all of them are, but
speaking of that.
Yes.
How in the hell can Joe Biden, with the stroke of a pen, say, we're not drilling here, you're not drilling here? And now they're saying that, well, President Trump comes in, he can just say, the hell with your executive order. Here's my executive order. But now people are saying, oh, no, it's not that easy now. It's like, well, wait a minute. Yeah. Well, how can Joe do it with a pen, but Trump can't undo it with a pen? Oh, no, it's going to have to go through.
Because he's going to undo a lot of things
Biden
did, the first day. So I'm not sure why that doesn't pertain to that also. I know what you're saying, but I don't know why he can't change that order too.
Right.
But like you said, it's going to be a circus of going
it's going to be a court by every
hoops and shoots,
and then once the Democrats figure out how can we do another Russia collusion thing on this guy? How can we come up with something? Well, we got to come up with something to keep his mind off of what's going on in Washington, D.C. and fighting this for 2-3 years.
Well, it's going to be 2 years at least.
Yeah.
That's what Democrats are looking, the midterm.
Yeah.
Like,
I can tell you right now, there's going to be a lot of Republicans that's going to show that we should have been a Democrat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Just wait. Just wait for it.
Yeah.
Just wait for it. All of a sudden, they're going to have a fucking heart. What the American people voted for me to do, I got a heart. I can't do it.
I can't do that well.
Yeah.
They need to watch out. Sorry.
How heartless of me to cut welfare. The abuse of welfare and people abusing welfare. How dare me think that I'm above all of that, and I just can't do it.
Well, let's not.
Well, Joe Blow, that's what you ran on.
Yeah, remember that? Remember that?
That's why people elected you.
Got elected,
but now you've got a fucking heart. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wait. You're going to see, and it's going to come from Republicans that you're like, I did not know he was a rhino.
It'll be like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just wait.
Well, let's not touch Social Security now.
Yes.
Mr. Zig is retired.
Yeah.
So,
and there again, I mean, I've not really investigated much on it, but what I remember about it is that under, and I may be wrong, and if I am, comment below and say, Tom, you're wrong, but my understanding is that when Ronald Reagan was president, that it was then that Congress put, because Social Security was an entity all by itself. The money went into Social Security. Congress could not touch that money.
Right.
It just kept building up and building up and building up. And they had an excessive amount of money in the Social Security. And under Ronald Reagan, it was put into the general fund. And then now that's when all this trouble, Social Security can't afford it, can't do, people are retired. So it's like everybody's wondering, how do we fix Social Security? Well, here, easy fix. Take it out of the general fund and leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it alone and let people pay into it, and it'll fund itself.
It'll fund itself. Yes. But no, they can't figure it out. And we elect people to go try to figure that out. It's amazing. And how they can just, I don't know. I get so irritated when I talk about that, because it's like, and then what they'll tell you is, oh, I'm just doing what the law says. A law that you created. I mean, that's a law that you created. So bullshit. You're going by what the law says that you created, It's just irritating. And like what they done to Trump here, Oh, yeah. I mean, this.
Yeah, it was just all
so and not only that, but how did I still can't get over the statute of limitation. How did they work it to where the statute of limitation, okay, it was past the statute of limitation, but hey, now it's not. So I don't know how they did that. Yeah, neither. But they were able to do it. That crackerjack court system that they have, I mean,
well, that's okay if Trump, he can just pardon himself, can't he?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And
I can't wait till that happens.
Glad you brought that up.
It's going to be interesting.
Joe Biden has pardoned over 8,000 people.
Is that amazing?
And you know what I think that they're doing?
What's that?
He wants to pardon all of these people. So, president abuses his power when it comes to pardons. So now we've got to change that law, and they want that law changed while Trump's is in office,
yeah.
So that you can't pardon yourself. You know,
that would be
that's
accurate.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah,
You're limited now to what you can do with that pardon power. Guess what? So now you can't do what I did.
Yeah,
because I abused the shit out of it. But you can't pardon yourself. You can't pardon anybody.
Boy, you should be a Democrat with thinking like that. Wow.
I know how they think.
Boy.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh,
that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
I believe that is
fine.
what he is doing. Is so that you know what? We're going to have to take a look at this pardon power, because Congress is the only one that can change it.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that can go in and create a law that, and change that. So I think that's and you're going to hear a lot of the Democrats saying we need to change pardon power. You're going to let's limit them to what they can do, and you watch. Next 4 years, that's all you're going to hear. That may take the power away from them focusing it all on Trump to get, another Russia collusion thing.
Yeah.
To bring it back to, okay, let's go after the pardon power. Because you'll have Republicans dive right. Oh, you damn right. After what Joe did, you damn right. We're on board to getting rid of that. You betcha. Yeah, you'll have several of them rhinos who jump right in there, bite that bait, just hook, line, and sinker, and say, "You bet, we got to put a stop to that."
Oh my.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is just the craziest thing that they do. I mean, I am bumfuzzled over a lot of their stuff, but it's crazy how Washington is. They're the first ones who say you can tell a true politician. No one is above the law, but me. I'm above the law. You can't. It's against the law for you to insider trade. You can't do that. That's against the law. But I can.
Reason why a lot of them are in politics for decades. Decades now. We're not talking a couple of years.
Yeah, decades. I mean,
this is a good
gig. Yeah. Dick Durbin from Illinois.
Yeah.
And I bring him up because he's from my state. But Dick Durbin from Illinois has been in Washington, D.C., either in Congress or the Senate, since Ronald Reagan was president.
Yeah.
So you're looking, I think he got his first election was Congress was like in 1984.
Yeah. So you're talking 40 years.
40 years, 41 years.
So it's got to be a good gig.
Yeah. 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 And when you can sit back and tell people, we have an insurance that we'll give you guys. Obamacare is good for you. Well, why doesn't all of Congress get? Oh, no. You're not taking away my sweet deal.
Yeah.
No, we're not going. It's good enough for you, but it's not good enough for me.
Yeah.
I got a lot better.
Yeah.
And so then it was okay. Well, why don't we make Obamacare what the Congress people?
What you're getting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we just make that Obamacare?
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, we can't afford that.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Don't touch mine.
And I don't understand, and that's, talking about Obamacare there. I don't understand how these smart individuals sit back and say, Mr. Zig, American people can't afford insurance, health insurance. Can't afford it. Lack of jobs. the jobs that they do pick doesn't offer insurance,
Yes.
so they can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we come up with a healthcare system to where if they can't afford it, then we're going to charge them. We're going to make money off of them for not.
We're going to force insurance on them, and we're going to make them pay for it.
Yeah, and there you go. The Chief Justice Roberts was. Oh well, the only reason why he said that passed was because now Obama said, "Oh, it's not a tax. It's not a tax," and then Chief Justice Roberts come out and said it's a tax, and that's the only reason why we're passing it.
Yeah, wow.
But that right there should have said a lot. Every Congress person that was in office when Obamacare passed, every one of those people, senators, Congress people, all of them should have been gone. They should have because right there, that told the American people, number one, Obamacare is good for you, but my insurance, you're not screwing with my insurance. Yeah. My benefits that I get, you're not right there. But not, you can't afford it, so we're going to charge you. And the American people just sat back. I mean, and I said this before. What happened on January 6th? Boy, I sure thought that if anything like that would ever have happened, would have happened when Obamacare was passed. You know? But America, okay. I can't afford it, but by God, I will.
Hey, at least I got insurance.
Okay? Yeah. I can't afford it, but I got insurance
now.
Yeah.
And you can still go to your own doctor. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah. That worked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, you gotta watch what you say when you're in charge, sometimes, because it'll come back to bite you.
I laugh at that every time I think about it, I can't afford insurance, but by God, now I'm going to have to because they put a tax on me that I got to afford it now. I mean, it's just unbelievable. This state, this country, I mean, it's just, well, I think that we're realizing that stupid people are multiplying by a lot faster than what scientists have thought. I mean, that's exactly what it's. I mean, it's just out there now. After 2020, anything, any and everything goes.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. Yeah, but hey, that's a stupid response. Well, they just, hey, I did it. I said it.
Yeah.
So, but it who would have thought that you can't afford insurance, but we're going to force it on you, and you're going to have to pay it, or you're going to pay on your taxes and stuff, and it's like that's our freebie to you. This is our, it's just hard to describe. I mean, crazy. This nuts. And we keep getting crazier. I mean, we're going down a rabbit hole that we're never going to come out of. And the American people have better wake up. I mean, every one of them should have been voted out on Obamacare. Every one of them.
Well, we'll see what happens the next 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
To see changes that are coming, and hopefully they're all for the better. I'm sure some won't be, but that's the way it goes sometimes. But people need to take it serious. Some of this stuff and look into it. But I just don't, when it comes to politics a lot, Tom. I mean, you and I kind of follow it pretty close, but a lot of people, that's Dick Durbin. I recognize the name, put him back in.
Right.
And that's just how they do it. I really believe that sometimes.
Or there could be some cheating going on,
Well, there's always cheating.
Right.
Corruption is what I call it.
Corruption.
I love that word. Yeah. Corruption. There's a lot of that going on all the time. Under the table. Right here.
Right.
Under the table.
See, and of course, that's like politician. He prefers lobbyist instead of.
Exactly. It's just a different word. Okay.
It's a nicer word than a bribist.
Yes. Yes.
I prefer the lobbyist, not the bribist.
Yeah, that sounds so mature, so
Yes.
official, and
Yeah.
cleaner, and
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, bribe sounds like such a dirty word. I bribed you. No, my lobbyist talked to you and made a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the way a lot of that is. I'm sure it is.
Right.
And it's
Well, I know Trump is going to. He's going to put the Supreme Court and all courts on notice.
Yeah.
Especially with that signing of Biden, where can't drill here, he can't drill there. He's definitely going to go in.
He's got 9 days left.
Right.
Who the hell knows what he's going to do?
Right.
I'm sure something else is coming down the pike. I really do. I think he's just waiting for the last minute to. EV cars for everyone. That's it.
Right.
No more gas cars. We're
Right.
or some stupid thing like that. But
Yeah, I don't get.
Yeah, Joe just needs to just go back to Delaware and spend 9 days there and come back.
Right.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you see the Jimmy Carter's funeral?
I did. I seen just a little bit of the president's.
It's kind of neat.
There.
You know what the big question was?
What Trump and
Obama
Obama was
talking about?
Was that it?
No.
Oh.
Where was Michelle?
Oh, she wasn't there.
She wasn't there.
Oh.
Says she had a prior
Engagement.
scheduling conflict. I'm like, my
Yeah.
God, how many times does a president die? You
Right.
can't drop everything to come to a funeral.
Right.
I don't know. That's just seemed everybody was.
What is that down to now? Five living presidents?
Well, let's go back here. What we
So
got?
Bill's the Bill W. Obama, Trump, and Joe.
And Joe. Yes.
So that's,
5.
so that's an exclusive club.
Oh God, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think you and I were talking that 250 years going to be in next year,
Next year.
and only 47 presidents.
Not even 47.
40. Oh, he's 46. No, he's 47.
Think of the ones who did 2 terms.
Well, yeah.
So not even really 47 different guys. I mean,
Right.
if you really went down through all the terms, you may be talking 35 people. I don't know how many presidents served 2 terms.
Are you doing that right? I thought that.
What? Well, I'm not counting Trump twice. I'm not counting Obama twice.
Okay. Well,
You know what I'm
well,
saying?
that explains why they're. I mean, there's still 47 presidents. That's why
yes.
it's not over 250 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, not 47 different men
Right.
running the country.
Well, it would be.
No, Obama did it 2 years.
Yeah, but that's still a president, though.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He's still considered he's 45 and 47. So he's
Right.
considered.
That he
Gotcha.
would be.
Gotcha.
What was Bush?
I guess
what
I'm
was
just saying-
W?
Oh boy, 2001.
Yeah.
He was in 2001.
But what was his number?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have them all numbered.
Yeah.
I only know Trump's because he's always got it on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
45, 47.
Yeah.
He's proud of that.
So he would have. Bush would have been 43rd, right?
He was after Clinton.
Yeah. Right? Is that
Yeah, you might be right. I don't know. Not real sure.
is that how they do that? Let me see here. See if I do this right. Okay, let's see. Okay. So 46, 44. Yeah, he'd been 43rd.
Or third.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because see now, like Trump is the second president to be elected in two different
Two
terms.
different terms. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So, but yeah, so
All right. Yep.
but he would have been 43rd, and Clinton would have been 42nd. So,
Yes.
and that's the last time that we've had a budget.
Balanced budget.
Yeah.
Balanced budget.
Yeah.
He said. Yes.
Yep, it was in Clinton.
Yes. So, Slick Willie, buddy.
Old Slick Willie. Yeah.
Did you see where Hillary got the medal of freedom?
George Soros.
George Soros.
Yeah.
They're
And
giving him out like candy too,
right.
I guess.
And it was funny because I'm on Twitter or X. And one of the posts had Denzel Washington, and why did he get it? You know, and it's like, well, why in the hell did Hillary and George Soros, especially George Soros,
get it? Yeah.
what would Biden be wanting him to have the President Medal of Freedom?
So the money keeps coming in.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
And it was his son that
had to
get it.
Accept it. Yeah.
Yeah. And they say that he's further left than his dad. So why?
That money. Keep funding the party.
See, and I think though a lot of people are going. I think Alvin Bragg will be done. I don't think he'll get reelected.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
I think the people of New York is like, yeah,
Is Fanny still around? I like to watch Fanny.
She's still around, but she's not on that case.
Case.
Yeah, she got kicked off of that.
She's a piece of work.
Oh man,
I like listening.
Ain't that something?
Up there. Just
Yeah.
laugh.
Yeah, that is something.
She's a character.
So we got that case, and that so the New York. There's another New York case, wasn't there? With what's her name? James.
Alicia
or Alita?
Alita?
Yeah,
Alicia?
something.
Yes.
James. I mean,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So there was 4 cases. Where was the other one at?
Jack Smith.
Down in Florida.
That's
all done.
Jack Smith.
Yep.
Is that his name? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got them all.
And I don't understand why that the judge did not want that stuff released. I know some of it they said can't be released because they're still pending on the files. That there's still a pending trial or, stuff going on there. But why she didn't want this other stuff released, in which an appeal court said, yeah, that he could release it. So, yeah.
Well,
so.
Oh, before I leave, since it's about lunchtime for Mr. Zig.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, you said you had a trivia question
Yes.
for me, so
yeah,
throw me the big curve before I unplug.
Now, if you know it, just okay. I know this. Don't say it out loud. Let's let our listeners
okay.
comment on who the answer that they think. Okay. So from 1955 to 1975, Gunsmoke was on the air.
Okay.
Name the last actor to get killed on Gunsmoke.
Actually get killed on the show?
Yeah, he was the last cowboy to get killed on Gunsmoke, if I'm saying that right.
Well, I'm not sure I know all the Gunsmoke characters.
Yeah, I mean I'll say he's a well-known today actor.
Still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Oh, still alive. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Now
Ooh,
that's a good one.
In the movie or on Gunsmoke, this actor ended up dying.
So how old would he have been on the show?
Oh God.
Like let's just say 75 when he.
Yeah, it was.
Did he get killed in the last show?
Not the last show.
Oh, okay.
The last season of the show. It was close to being the last show, but
so how old would he have been then?
Yeah,
because you're talking 50 years now.
Yeah, he was young. early or mid-20s, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me Google that. So I know the answer to this.
All right. Well, I don't know the answers, and I won't say.
Okay.
Leave everybody in suspense. Everybody's Googling their Gunsmoke
Okay.
history now.
So, I got to count it up. Oh yeah, yeah. So he'd been early 30s.
Oh, he was. So
Yeah,
he's 80 some years old now.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's 80 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's an actor that everybody
knows.
would know.
He's been in other stuff.
Right. Oh yeah.
That I would know.
Yeah.
Can you throw me a bone?
Okay. And the bone I throw you.
I won't say, but
okay. But well, we can talk about it off air.
Off air.
Yeah. And the bone that I will throw you is that, and this probably give it away. He's a little off of his rocker right now. been off his rocker for several years, but he's a good actor. I mean, he was a real good actor. He had a lot of good.
Really?
Yeah, he was in a lot of good stuff.
You know, I know this isn't right.
Yeah.
I was going to say Joe Biden. You said he's off his rocker, right? That's the first guy that came to mind.
Yeah. Joe couldn't act.
No, I know. But I thought he's off his rocker. Yeah, that'd be the president. Okay. But
well, I mean, the other hint that I could give you is would give it away. I mean, I know that.
Okay.
But
off his rocker. Okay.
Yeah, he ain't right. Well, some say he ain't right. I mean, he ain't. I mean, he ain't that off of his rocker. But a lot of people would say, "Oh yeah, that guy is crazy now." But
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but well, all right, everybody. Comment if you know the answer. Try not to. I know everybody. Trivia questions today are obsolete because everybody just Googles it now.
Oh, I know. That's no fun. You got to at least try and see if you're right. Then you Google it.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But if you know the answer, just comment below. But it is name the actor that name. I can't even word it right.
Take two.
Name the last actor killed on Gunsmoke.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Good
one. All righty, everybody.
Okay.
Well, hey, we will see you next time. All right.